Okay, so how was the homework? Sorry. Did anybody of you do the homework? And trust me, this homework was not boring. It was very interesting. I know. I'm sorry. I think some people just have habit to speak in between. Yeah, just like my friend. Okay. I should just keep it away. Okay. How was it? Who wants to start? Just first, I want to hear your feelings when you I want to hear your feelings when you read the homework. Was it a typical homework? Was it like useful, not you? I mean, just feelings.
That was interesting experience.
Elnaz, do you want to speak something?
I think Natalia was talking. No,
Natalia just spoke.
then I,
I
yeah.
just, yeah, go ahead, Alnaz.
Okay, thank you. Uh, actually, I was worried when I saw the homework, talking to someone about their children, and because I'm not a mom, so I thought, so what should I say to them? But I did it, and I was surprised. I didn't expect those answers, and they were surprising for me.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I think that was very essential. That surprise moment, that awe moment when I mean, some of the people in the past trainings they went on the Facebook groups and they were like, "Oh, they are so upset, about this. This is one of the problems." Yeah, so they were different. There were different reactions, and it's very essential to understand those reactions because those are exactly the reaction of parents on caregivers when they are with their children. So yeah, let's go ahead. Is there somebody who wants to start? So when you start, what you have to do, if you choose option one, you have to mention that the option that I choose was option one, and then you describe if option two this, and you can also tell a little bit about the process. Like, okay, when I went on Facebook, I did this, and when you were talking to parent, I'm sure there would be some moments from your experience that you could tell something, and how did you resisted that, what happened. So I would like to hear you all one by one. Yeah, who wants to go first?
Okay, I can go first.
Go ahead.
Um, so for me, it was easy because I have a 5-year-old niece. So I have access to the parents and we talk regularly. So that was an easy one. And the questions. First question was, what's one thing your child did this week that made you burst with pride? And actually, my niece is with her grandparents this week. So the first answer was like, well, I don't know because she's not here. But then the second thought was, yeah, but it's really cool that she, even though she's so small, she's not like glued to the parents, and she can stay with her grandparents and she feels at home there and she feels safe, and she's not like crazy missing the parents and constantly wanting to be with them. Like she's not afraid of the world and being with other people. Then the second one was, if you had an extra hour each day, how would you spend it with your child? Playing, just playing with her and just doing whatever she wants to do and having some fun stuff with her. What's the most annoying advice people give you about parenting? And they didn't give me like an advice. They said it's more about who is giving the advice. So if it's like a family member or a friend who knows them and knows my niece, then you can more or less accept all the advice, even if maybe they are not what you need right now. But if it's like a random person somewhere in the supermarket saying, oh, she's crying, you should do this, then this is annoying. Just leave me alone. This is my child. You don't even know us. And if a fairy godmother offered you a parenting superpower, what would it be? And how do I say it? How do I translate it? It's like to be sure that what you are doing is a good thing for your child. That kind of to be sure that, okay, I'm doing this and this, I'm doing a good job as a mom, as a dad.
Yeah, knowing the process and cause and effect of what we are doing is good for the child.
Mm.
Parents are mostly in confused state. When to be strict, when to be little polite, when to just pull their reins, and when to say, okay, you can try. Yeah, it's a tricky thing. Yeah.
Mm.
How did you feel after talking?
Good. Like every time we speak, we talk about her a lot. So it was not like an unusual conversation, really. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But it's tough. One thing is like uh, becoming parents is one thing, and consciously working, towards raising a child is another thing and a very different thing. I went to one of my friends who was just about to give birth to a baby, and I was just walking past the kitchen board, and it was a big board. I thought it'll be having something, what grocery. And I randomly started reading. There were statements written, and the statements were like, we will not say this to the child. Instead, we will use this statement. I went statement by statement, and I was like, what is this? Like, your child is will be born in July, and then they'll be very small. Like, why this? So I was just curious. And then they were like, no, we want to consciously understand how to be with children, how to work around them, because neither we have any direct contact in our family to see how children grow and what to talk to them. And we can only see, like, internet is full of children who can do like everything since like 2 months. Look, my child is doing this. 6 months, then so they're like, no, we don't want to get rushed in this whole thing. And then when I was hearing to them, I was like, I think everybody falls for this. And when you have the child, you see what to speak. This might not even work. So there are days. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Agree. Anybody else who would want to share something around any of the options that was chosen? Yes, Natalia, go ahead.
I also chose the first one. I have a sister. She is a mother of two, and her younger child is 3.5. So although I also have two kids, but they are a little bit older that we needed, and you forget everything very fast. So it was also interesting to talk to her and to check. I think that more or less the mother's experience are, well, it's the same, no matter what age the children are, but still. Yeah, and answering the first question, what's one thing your child did this week that made you burst of pride? She said that she shared, this is a girl, and she shared her dessert with her brother without being asked. The mother was very proud of her. The second one is, if you had an extra hour each day, how would you spend it? She said that she would definitely play with her more and walk with her more. The third one was the most annoying advice people give you about parenting. She says that Advice to force kids to eat when they do not want to, and not to give sweets at all. So this is the most annoying advice that she receives. And the fourth one, if a fairy godmother offered you a parenting superpower, what would it be? She says not to get angry with kids. And also, I felt when we were talking, I felt that the major thing that she would want to as a parent to have validation that she's doing right, and to have acknowledgement that she's a good parent and everything she's doing for her kids is right. And yeah.
Play and validation of what we are doing as parents is I think one of the common themes you will see, but let's hear from others before we conclude this. Yeah. Anybody else who did option 2? So we can take a little bit option 2 and then we might come back to option 1 again. Nevena, option 1
Okay,
or
I can.
yes, Eric, go ahead.
I have first option if possible to tell.
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, if no one wants to, so I spend your time.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't tell with who I spoke to, but first, what did you make burst? Okay, prepare store for sell the pictures or making caricature. Caricatures, printing caricatures for people. So the child to prepare table and chairs and things to sell the paintings, drawings, and also make a workshop to earn money to drawing caricatures for people near by the sea. So to buy Martin's shoes. So it was one thing. Another, if you had extra day, outdoor and activity, for example, also swimming pool, aqua park, because when it's water, so it's fun for children and also for parents. Third, what's the most annoying advice? Yes, the beginning of the sentence. If I were you, do. So, or when I was a child, do. So, also to compare children with other children's or compare parents. So this is quite of annoying. And fourth, a very good mother offer you take them for a week. Take my children or children for a week. Give me a week of life.
Me time. Yes, that is so true. Yeah. Anybody would like to ask questions to Eric or add something? Anybody? Okay. Nevena, you want to go ahead? No, you're on mute.
Sorry, I can't prepare for today at all.
No worries. Anybody else who would like to share? Elnaz?
Yes, I wanted to talk about the first exercise actually.
Go ahead.
And yeah, I said that I was surprised to hear my friends' answers to the questions. Now I'm more surprised to hear that Lucy and Natalia same answers from somewhere else in the world for the fourth question. And it seems that all mothers want to make sure that their decisions are so correct because somebody's destiny is in their hand, like something like this. Yeah. And for the first question, my surprise was because I thought it was my perception that a child in 4 or 5 years old, maybe it's not a good time to find something about themselves or talk about it even. But my friend says that I was proud of him because when I wanted him to do something that all the other children did, his friends, he said that it's not just my type, mom. I am myself, and let me do what I think it's right. She was angry at that time, but when she thought with herself, it was a point to be proud of him because he's not following others like blindly. And it was surprising for me for a 4-year-old boy. And for the extra time, 1 hour extra time in a day, she said that I will ask him to choose because he just liked to talk about everything in details. So I will give him this 1 hour a day to talk about it and choose it. And it was another thing. For the comments, the annoying comments of others, as others says, it was like this. Any comments, any suggestion that a good mother should do this, a good father should do this. If I were you, something like this would happen. So all of them were just pain in the neck. Yeah. Thank you. That's it.
Interesting. So we have common, parents have common problems and parents have similar struggles. Now that we have understood what parents go through and a day in a life of a 3-year-old, child's parent, 4-year-old. So we know what are technically the struggles they're going through. Anybody else who would like to share something? Why we spoke and why did I give you this homework? The first is parents are the primary educators for children, parents and caregivers. Whenever I say parents, please also slash caregivers in your mind. Yeah. And they are there first and they're most consistent teachers also. Why consistent? First, we have always heard about, but I'm sure nobody would have heard about consistent. But consistent is one of the very important characteristics of parents being teachers. Anybody, why parents are consistent teachers? Come on, it's so easy.
Because they are in constant contact with their child, probably.
Yeah, because they shape their early learning through routines, conversations, modeling behavior, their full day doing something or the other, with or without children, which sometimes indirectly impact children. Yeah. And there is also researches which have established that children whose families are actively engaged in learning perform better academically, develop stronger social emotional skills, and are more confident. We recently had this OECD report. I will share that report with you that how parent engagement makes a difference. I think this is one of the components which is also identified in PISA reports. But I'll highlight that and I'll also share that with you that why it's pretty important. And when we work as parents, what is something we talk to parents? For my first question, have you ever worked with parents directly? And if you have worked, what do you talk around? What are the common things that come up? Anybody? Well, I'll give you example. When I was working with children, and of course we used to meet their parents, one of the common things was This child doesn't listen to me. They don't sit and complete their homework when we ask, okay, how my child is doing academically. These were the very few questions and very consistent questions that were across. Am I stuck? Okay, okay. Because from my thing, I was like, I'm gone. Okay, yeah. So these were the consistent things which parents wanted to know. But what do you think you as a trainer should tell the parents? What is our role as trainers and how can we help parents? Floor is yours. I will not speak till I hear few answers. Yes, Lucy, go ahead.
In my opinion, our role is to help them to find their own answers because every parent is different and every child is different. So there is no one universal solution.
But there are certain things which are there irrespective of whatever, wherever the child is. And we talked about those milestones, I think, on day one. There are certain things which are omnipresent for children. For example, as parents, we should be actively listening to our kids and not always instructing them. Yeah, when we are giving them some suggestions, we should also tell them the reason for it. It should not be like, hey, stop doing this. Stop doing this because this will happen and this will happen. Yeah, this is one. Can you think of other? Listen to your children actively. Other?
Hard questions.
I know. This training I feel is one of the hardest. But this one is also, I feel, one of the most experiential compared to Aflatun and Aflateen, where we were just focusing on the content. This is more about content and working with kids and working with parents also. Yes, and this is one of the tricky age group for me. Yeah, yeah,
Uh, I think one of the things is time, which parents should spend with the children. And I know it's hard because the easiest way is to give them a phone or some tool, Nintendo, and have a free time. But encourage them that time which they spend with their child, it's very important or very values for them as parents and for child, because the time is the value of working with children's. uh, it's one thing. Another, um, I don't know if we should give them good advice, but maybe what Lucy says that each of parents are different, but sometimes it's I do it like that I show my case instead of giving good advice. I tell them what in my uh, way of spending time is it makes good results and what not, and they have choose if they take it or they don't take this thing. But I doing like I given my example, not to give advice as a wise uncle. Listen to the what Yoda says.
I think
I
that
would like to.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Go, no, go ahead.
I just have a small comment on what Arkadiusz said. I just wanted to add that as a parent, for me, I would like to also hear and advise how to spend time with my kids with purpose, like how to spend it easily, but with some teaching goals. How can I dedicate small amount of time, but at the same time to spend it with my kids with some
Conscious.
yeah thank you.
Consciously, yeah. We are there, but we are there. Like we want to be there, we want to be fully there, not scrolling screens or doing XYZ things when we are with kids. I get you. I get you. Now, the other important thing which we as trainers should also do is to validate the feelings of parents, which sometimes is pretty hard for us. And we're like, yeah, okay. But it's important to validate the feelings and I won't say understand because I sometimes also feel empathy is difficult to do because we all come from different backgrounds. So I would just suggest that try to give that space that yeah, and there has to be non-judgmental communication from our side every time. I'm not saying only telling or talking about positive things about their children, but it's also about how to communicate in a constructive manner something which is important for their kid without, overwhelming them. Because these parents, the moment you tell them something which is negative or they don't want to hear about their child, they can have thousands of emotions coming along. Yeah, so it'll be difficult to manage the parent rather than to manage the kid, trust me. So just telling you. Yeah. And we at Aflatun believe that there should be small spots where you can meet parents and children. And this is for all the curricula. Through Aflatun Day, we try to meet through, uh, I have seen a lot of partners also organizing exhibitions where they are portraying what their children learned maybe through worksheets. I went to a partner in Sri Lanka and they were using our project management curricula and they organized like a big exhibition for the in the school whereby different schools also participated, and they had planned that whatever profit was earned by selling their products, they will give half to change the building roof of the school building, and half they would take back home. So through this, they were also understanding their responsibility towards the school while they also had perks of having the exhibition and selling their products and working on the other skills. Now I will try to use my screen and I just hope it doesn't crash. So what does the family toolkit looks like? Just a minute. It's almost there. Yeah. So family toolkit is part of AflaTot manual. AflaTot manual has been shared with you in English and Russian. Is there anybody who is still facing issues uh, to reach to the AflaTot manual? Anybody? Everybody, I believe, because I can see only few people. But if you're facing any issues, just drop a message and we can send something to you individually after downloading. Down in download, it might be a problem because this file is more than 25 MB, to be very honest, like just telling you. Yeah. And so we might share the link with you again. Okay. The purpose of Family Toolkit 1 is to empower the caregiver. I still have some. Oh, yeah, to support their children, and it also works as a bonding tool between parent and children. This can be used in formal and non-formal education. So it's not like you can only use in schools or you can't use in after school clubs. It can be used in either of the setups. I will just take you through what family toolkit looks like. So first we have explained what the family toolkit is, then how to use the family toolkit. In this family toolkit, there are two sections. First section focuses on how to support learning at home for caregivers and parents. The second session focuses on facilitator-led sessions, which is done by facilitator for parents and children together. Yeah. So there are two sections this time. Yeah. You can see. And in session 2, there are 7 sessions. I'll also explain, you'll see later in detail. Yeah. I've already explained there are 2 kinds of sessions which you will see. Yeah. Section 1. This, of course, has some sessions and it also has tips for the parents. Okay. Because these sessions are to be done by the caregivers at home. Any questions up till now? You will go through the kit and then you can explore more. But this is what it looks like. So when you open, you won't be like, oh, what is this? Yeah. This is talk to your child. This is again, we are trying to give different perspectives which could be given to a child. Yeah. This is basically, I think, from module 5 when you're talking about jobs. Just a minute. Okay. Then there are home activities which parents and children can do together. We have ensured like these are easy to do activities, not pretty tough, okay? But why are we doing these activities? What happens? Anybody?
Because we are part of AflaTot.
So, yes, that's one thing. But what happens when parents and children are doing the activity together? Yeah.
They have something in common, like a mutual language with each other. They know what to talk about with each other. Like my friend said, you're talking together with her son. So it seems that they have a subject after something happened in the classroom.
Yeah. And what happens? Let's say we are making together something with the children. Like you are making something with your children. Maybe a project, maybe a dish, maybe anything. What all things are happening to you, and what do you think there would be XYZ things which are happening to a child? It could be with parent and caregiver, and we can consider ourselves caregiver at some point of time.
We're building stronger bonds with them and understand more what is happening, learning together, guiding them through the common activities.
Yes, there's the bond strengthens. Naturally, in the process, we are also working on building their communication skills. Yeah. We are also helping them to express ideas and ask questions because I hope we create a safe space for kids when we are working with them. Yeah. This also promotes their social emotional growth. Yeah. And of course, when the bond is built, the parent is able to understand the child better. So that's unsaid, unspoken. So that's why first years are very important. It's not like they are the only important years, but they're very important to ensure that child not just survives but also thrives. Okay, moving to next. Yeah. We will explore this section, but I'll give you some time later. Let me first explain 2 sections together. Section 2 focuses on facilitator-led sessions for children and caregivers. They are done with tripartite. Yeah. There are 7 sessions and they are on key social themes. You will also see what are those 7 sessions. These are the 7 sessions. You can do these sessions technically after the module is over. And you can complete the session. When you complete the session, you can also ask the children to give the caregiver letter to their children. So you can have different permutations and combinations that you would like or can be done in your setup. So here are each session. This would not be like start, learn, reflect. Why this would not be like start, learn, reflect? Can you think? Generally, all our sessions are start, learn, reflect, right? In the facilitator manual. But these sessions won't look like them. But why? Anybody? Okay, when you look at the sessions, you might get answer. But if not, then I'll also like it's a very easy answer. Yeah. Okay. So here are some questions which facilitator can ask. And this is what they do together with the children. This is parents and children and care and trainer working together. So there are open suggestions of what can be done in a session around a theme. And then there are activities which could be done, which are hands-on activities, because it's interesting when children get to do something with hands. And it's the wrap up of the day. No, we also have a wrap up section. Yes, Natalia, go ahead.
Sorry, I just have a question regarding the materials that you're presenting. Are they supposed to be distributed to the caregivers or is just for facilitators?
There are parts which can be distributed to a caregiver. That's what you will explore when you open. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And this toolkit encourages participation, and this can be used by fathers, mothers, and it's not like you can only use with fathers and mothers, but you can also use it with your with other caregivers like grandfather, grandparent. It's not very heavy on resources for the trainer or for the parent, either of them. Yeah. Now what we'll do, you all have access to AflaTot manual, right? Can somebody tell me from what page family toolkit starts? It's in the same manual that you are accessing day in, day out for the past 2 days.
56.
56?
Yeah. Model 2.
Are you looking at the version which has 2 pages together or?
But it's
For me, go ahead, keep going, keep going. I can tell you it's in the 200s for English. Let me check for English quickly. I think it's
213, I guess.
I think you are watching like 2 pages together.
yeah.
That one? Yeah. Then we have different answers. Wonderful. Right. Whatever you're saying is right. Can somebody show their screen so that everybody understands where the family toolkit starts? I want one of you to take initiative. Of course, I can. Happy
I can do
first.
it.
Go ahead. And I missed reading the chat.
Just a second. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's coming.
Yes. Yes, 230.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're seeing this one. Yeah. Okay. So next task is pretty simple. You have to open the family toolkit. Now this thing can also be done in group and it can also be done individually. How many of you would prefer to go through the toolkit individually? Give me a thumbs up. And how many of you feel you want to go through a group? So first, if you want to go alone and read it, do you want to do it in a group? Then I believe because okay. Okay, so one last request. Can we put people in breakout rooms?
Yes. How many?
Okay. And just one thing, whatever time is there, you have 15 minutes to explore the toolkit. Then we come back, we discuss it, and then we go for a break. Okay? So you have 15 minutes from now. You can use Coggle board if you want to use. If not, you can also use oral expressions, and then we meet.
Okay, so 15 minutes from now, that would be 11:10. Correct? Okay.
Different, yeah.
So 2 groups, how many groups?
Two.
Okay, sounds good. Then let's do as usual, the group 1 English, group 2 Russian, and I will let you choose, okay? So if you prefer to do the discussion in Russian, that would be group 2. If you would like to do it in English, group 1.